Good morning. Hello, hello. I don't have any coffee. I don't have anything, but y'all come on, sit down with me for a little while. I'm going to talk. You know what? I am so blessed. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm really rejoicing. But here is a verse. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness. Don't you like my background? Goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. Galatians 5:22. So guess what? I got help today. The lady that's helping me is going to do the bathroom, and she's ran all the vacuum. She's dusting. You know what our biggest problem is? I know it's not big to some of you, but others have that problem too. And you know these little disposable containers you buy, like 4 for $1 and 2 for $1? And, well, all right. My lids overwhelm my bowls. So she's been going through, and we had a big black sack, and we got rid of some of them because you can't find the lids to them, or you got too many lids. And that was a big job, and I had been putting that off because I didn't want to do that. But I got help, girls and boys. And my kitty cat's in here this morning. I'm back here where the scenery is in my studio at James's. And I'm going to go pick up my watch, my new watch. I ordered me another one because this one, the battery only stays until 4 o'clock. And I'm just having fun today. And I told the little girl, her name is Jennifer. Well, she's not little, but she's a lot younger than me. She's only 55. I told her she looks like a teenager. And she's got real long hair down her back. It's so beautiful. And she's just working like crazy. She says she watches TikTok, and she's seen me on TikTok. But she don't watch YouTube. All the young people like TikTok. And I'm not on TikTok that much. But I'm on YouTube all the time, and I'm on TikTok. Some of my TikTok have got so many hits. Especially the one where the kitty cat is kissing me on the cheek. Man, that got lots of play. So today, we're getting it done. And I'm going to go pick up my watch, and then I've got to go to the Walmart and do some shopping. And we're going to get done. I think we're going to be done by 12:30. And here comes my cat. She goes every place I go. She sleeps with me at night. Oh no, this is James's cat. Look, when it's got 3 colors, that ain't my cat. But she wants to be in here with me this morning. She's a little bossy also. And there she goes. She's in my lap. I have company over here at James's house. But mine, I don't know where she is. But this one is the one that's crazy. This is the one that kissed me on the cheek. And she's a pretty cat. Look at her. Look at those pretty eyes. They have small heads. And they're full grown now. And Big Tom and them were fussing this morning. James got up at 4 o'clock. And he said, Big Tom was just growling at the cats, and they were growling back at him. I said, they must have aggravated him, because he's usually real easy going, but don't push that boy around. But everybody was standing off, and they growled back at him. I slept through it all. And I love that scene in behind me, but not as good as some of my television I have over at my house. I like that really well. I'm not going to talk too long today. I haven't had time because, you know, I've been helping. I just walk around and give instruction. You know, when I met James, my next door neighbor and I were real good friends. That was when she wasn't mad at me. She took spells being mad at me because they wanted the whole driveway and couldn't have it. Here she comes again. So when she would get mad at me, I would just ignore it and she'd get over it. So anyhow, she told me, James was over at my house back when we was dating, holding company, keeping company, whatever, keeping company. And he had a man cutting a tree in the front yard that I need to get rid of, a walnut tree, because those walnuts, honey, we was parking under it, and when they hit, they can almost break a window. They fall so hard if there's a wind. So we needed to cut that walnut tree down, and so he brought a couple of his men over, and they were cutting it down, cutting the limbs off first and all that kind of stuff. And James was standing out there pointing this way, that way, the other way. He was just the instructor. And so Florrie said to me, she said, if you're not careful, when you marry that man, he's going to be doing that to you. And you know what? She was right. She was right. He does do that sometimes. But guess what? I learned how to do it too. I'm a good student. So if he's in the wrong lane and we're driving down the road and he needs to get over, I go, all right, I don't say a word. I just put my hand out and go like that. And he just gets over. We don't even have to talk. He taught me how to do that. I think that's cute. But he minds pretty good. And sometimes when the trash needs going out and there's one over by his chair, I just go. And he just takes the trash out. Sometimes, what I do sometimes with the trash when it needs to go out, I don't carry the trash out. That is not a woman's job, in my opinion. So I put the trash bag right in front of the door where he can't miss it. And he said to me the other day, I guess you want me to take the trash out. He catches on slow, I guess, huh? Now, you know good and well I want him to take that trash out. Look here. I wonder if you can see that girl sitting over there. Where's she at? She's over there somewhere. Now she left. So I'm still here. I took my shirt off. I tell you what I did today. It got so warm. It's about, let me see how warm it is out there right now. 66 degrees, and they say it's going to get up past 70, that it might be 75 degrees today. And so I got hot walking around helping her and pointing. And I took my white shirt off. It wears you out pointing. No, I helped do some dusting. And she washed some windows, and she's just doing a good job. And you know what? That dear girl was in an accident and lost one arm. But she can do everything. Absolutely. She said when that happened to her, and they told her she was losing her arm, she said, you know what? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I hear some kind of noise. It might be the birds singing outside. But she said, I decided that there was no use crying over it. Get used to it, live with it, make out. And she has done that. And she vacuums, she's doing everything. And if she can't handle it, she just gives her foot a kick and she can use that leg just like it's her other arm or something. It's amazing. And she didn't have a bit of trouble washing the windows, you know. She didn't do it with her foot, though. She'd spray it on, and then she'd dry it off. You can do a lot of things. I had an uncle, Oscar, my dad's oldest brother, that was in a sawmill accident. And she can drive. She told me she can drive and everything, but I picked her up this morning. Her and her husband are renting one of James's houses. Let me tell you the history on that. Y'all like to listen to me. My voice is not as nice as Granny Pat's, but I'm working on it. She's got such a calm and sweet voice that I listen to her just to calm me down sometimes. And I got my hearing aids on. I hope you can hear me. But Uncle Oscar was Daddy's oldest brother, and he lost his arm. And he could drive. Oh, anyhow, this little girl says she can drive, but she let her license expire, and she'd have to take a test. She's from down in Kentucky, and she talks a lot like I do, with a southern accent. And I said, I understand you real well. I don't have a bit of trouble understanding you. And I play with my scarf. You know, when I was 14, 15 in high school, I found out that you could wear a scarf and change your whole look. And somebody said on a comment this morning, I just love your hat and the way you dress up. And I said, well, I dress up for y'all. I want to look good. I want to look pretty. She's running the vacuum. That's what I hear in the background with my hearing aids. I think she's doing the bathroom now. And I think we'll be done. I mean, a couple of hours and we got it licked. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, Uncle Oscar lost his arm. And so, in a sawmill accident, it was horrible. But hers is gone from here. But his was right here, just like He still had an elbow, and he used that thing for everything. He drove, and he could do everything. I remember on Friday nights in New Albany, Indiana, years ago, Uncle Oscar and his wife, see, on Friday nights in New Albany, they would drive around the restaurant. Everybody got in their cars, and there was the Frisch's, and they just circled Frisch's. Everybody all the teenage boys had their cars, and the girls, some of them had cars, and they would circle Frisch's, go downtown New Albany. The stores stayed open till 9 o'clock on Friday night, and everybody went shopping. And me and my sister would go shopping, and our two husbands, Buddy and my brother-in-law, would keep our kids when our kids were little. And that was our night out. And me and Phyllis, my sister, and I miss her yet. I love my sister so much. She had such a great sense of humor. And she was funny. And she kept me entertained, and I kept her entertained. But she also had a mean streak. We won't talk about that. But anyway, we think on whatsoever things are lovely and good. If there's any profit, think on those things. And I remember the good times. And we'd go out on Friday night, and then we would go to this little restaurant kind of out of the way and have us a hamburger and French fries and a Coke. That was living to those two young mothers, me and my sister Phyllis. And we did some shopping because we had one of those stores. It was like a jot 'em down store. I don't see my Kleenex. Here they are. Got them. So I was looking at my analytics this morning. And a lot of y'all don't watch it all the way through. And you know what? I say a lot in a short time. So if you watch a little, God bless you. Because I don't know when to shut up anyway. And that's a fact, Jack. But I have faithful ones that do watch, and I thank you very much. But anyhow, like I was saying about when I was in high school and we didn't have many clothes or anything, we waited for the bus. We had to walk about half a mile or a little better to just catch the bus. And this woman and her husband and two boys or three had a little 2-room shack where the bus stopped, and she would let us in, and she would go to the Goodwill. Well, and that was when I was like 12 or 13, and she would buy stuff like that she thought would fit me, and she would get it cheap, and I never heard tell the Goodwill, but she taught me about the Goodwill. She says it's in New Albany, and you can buy clothes that just don't hardly cost anything. And but I found this, and she was real polite, that this skirt was too tight on me. Would it fit you? You can have it for $0.25. Well, Daddy could come up with $0.25 or 50 cents or whatever, and she bought my clothes like that a lot of times. And she got me scarves, and I would wear scarves, 2 or 3, and it would change my whole outfit, and I would feel so dressed up when I had scarves, and I still feel that way, and a little flower in my hair. And a lot of times in the summer, I wore real flowers in my hair. When we'd go to church in the summertime, because we had to walk, Daddy and Mama didn't go, we went to the Methodist church out in Horner's Chapel, which was probably a mile, and I would pick a flower off of our blooming bush or whatever was blooming and take a bobby pin and put it in my hair and wear it to church because it always cheered me up. When I would look in a mirror or anything, I looked cheery to me, and I enjoyed it. And I couldn't afford lipstick. And that was before I got to thinking they was preaching that lipstick and makeup is a sin and you're going to go to hell if you wear makeup. Well, my Aunt Mary, who was 6 years older than me, my dad's sister, would give me her lipstick when it was used up, and I could put my finger down in it and go like that and turn my lips a little pink, and if you put just a little bit on your cheeks, it's just like rouge, and then you got pink cheeks too. But you know now that I'm older, I don't need rouge or anything like that. I just wear lipstick. I do put cream on my face night and morning usually. I'm fighting them wrinkles. They don't look too bad if you don't get too close. I told James, I said, if I stand back pretty far, you don't notice them. And you know, girls want to be attractive. They want to be pretty and for themselves as well as other people. So I work on it. And I'm using my phone this morning, but I believe it's going to turn out okay. And I'm about done. Let's see, was there some more stuff I want to tell? Oh, yes. Grandma Pity Pat, that's the wrong name, Chit Chat with Granny Pat, did a video on me and Grandma Lois. And see, she's the one that introduced me to Just Me, Billie Jean, and his mama. And now I'm trying to get everybody to look at this new little girl. Well, she's only 73. Senioritis. And we're suggesting she might try to change her name. And if she'll go into YouTube, she can get that done, because there's a lot of other stuff uses senioritis that is just kids and stuff, silliness. And she's got a lot of good things to say. And so you want to check her out. And 967 Andy is going gung-ho, because he did a thing on TikTok. He said, I don't care much for TikTok, but he said there's some good people on TikTok, and then he runs some of my stuff. So we help each other. We work together, and we be kind and loving. And as that friend who I didn't have until I went on YouTube saw me and put me on Cole Coutinho, that probably ain't right, on Carve TV, Karve. You can look him up. He's a redheaded, handsome young man. He's 19 years old now. And boy, is he techie. And he just did clips of me and on TikTok. And those TikTok kids all of them, so many, signed up. But I think they're disappearing. But they said, don't pay no attention to your numbers. People come and go. Besides, YouTube does whatever they want to with their lithogram, or whatever how you say that. I don't know how. And I know they do. So we be anxious for nothing, like it says in Philippians, the 4th chapter, which is one of my favorite chapters. And Pamela, my girlfriend in Florida, she likes it too, she said. Y'all are welcome to read my comments, find out what's going on, because I try to answer them. Sometimes I can't make it, so I just put a heart and let you know that I read it, because sometimes I can't even think of an answer that's suitable, that suits me. But I always want to say, God bless each and every one of you. So I'm going to let you go. Walk that walk that would be pleasing to Jesus. Bye-bye.